we are going on another travel video. Audible page. We're going back to Mexico. We love Mexico. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you right here. Here's a map of the story. So right here, you can see this is the Gulf of Mexico. And here's where the shipwreck took place. Here is a lobster claw. And this is called the Laguna de Carmen. And this right over here is where the village of Campeche is located. And right here is a Ciudad del Carmen. And right here. And that's also where the Herrero is. Look at the bright, vibrant colors. And the turquoise trellises in the windows. And then I want you to notice, is it too shiny for you to see this? Can I turn it a little bit like that? Or tilt it forward? Can't do anything, it's gonna fall on the floor. But right here is the Herrero, which is the blacksmith shop. And this is the anvil, and this is the village. And this is where we're gonna go. And I'm gonna read you the Audible page, and this is called The Story of Mexican Gold. So y'all don't leave, don't change your channels. This is exciting. It has bandits and the French army and treasures and shipwrecks. Let's go. Okay, now, the year is 1862, and the French wanted to dominate Mexico. The people of the small villages of Mexico followed a young Mexican woman named Alyssa Marie. The young men loved her and the young girls wanted to be like her. She was tall and she was dressed like a true leader, and with a short leather dress and tassels, red boots, a leather crop top with a sarape vest, a sombrero, and two bandolier belts to carry ammo and powder. She would walk through the village. She carried 2 pistols, 2 knives, while also wearing a red bandana around her arm. And this showed the people she was the general for the Republic for Mexico against the French. The French invaded Mexico at the village of Campeche in the Gulf of Mexico, where Alyssa led a hit-and-run campaign with very little finances, sometimes not knowing where the next meal was coming from. They stole food and money to start. Her bandits were very ruthless to the French. They would give the French a very high degree of resistance, so much that a decree was issued calling it the Black Decree. Any Republic Mexicans captured in battle would meet an immediate execution. Alyssa had no mercy on the French. They called her Devil Bandit or Bandito de Diablo because they actually thought this bandit was a man. She would not only steal everything, but kill all those that opposed her. If you would not join them, she would inflict great pain of slice and dice. She was cold-hearted to her enemies, but her people she loved very much. She was a very intelligent and sly woman. In the village of Campeche, she moved around freely because the French were not looking for a woman. While stealing some bread and a piece of fruit, French guards saw her commit this small crime. They took her to the stockade and went into the cantina to get their captain. His name is Captain General Victor Bruyere. In the arms of Marlena, a woman brought from France for his pleasure, the Captain General came to the stockade and found Alyssa to be a beautiful woman and spoke with her before she was punished. And he questioned, "What are you doing with all this weaponry?" She said, "I was afraid of the bandits." He instructed his soldiers to flog her 2 times with a cat o' nine tails. Who knew she liked pain? She concealed it all. She flirted with the Captain General and made him feel as if she found him desirable, and the Captain General let his guard down and took her to a place for lodging and a place for her to heal. While she played with his ego, she also let him think he was her salvation, and he took her everywhere. She was on the inside. She had great influence on him and began to manipulate him. She was with him all hours of the day, listening to all of his conversations. If she couldn't hear the conversations, she always had a spy close by. She saw the troops being paid with gold and silver. A plan developed. Next time she would be ready. She plotted to steal all the gold and silver and was going to dupe the Captain General in. Her plans didn't include lining the pockets of the Captain General, so she only told him a small part to play him like a fine violin. She approached the Captain General with the idea one quiet night. Part of the plan was to have trusted villagers of Ciudad del Carmen take the payroll to the bank in Mexico City and give the key of its safekeeping to the Captain General. This payroll would be brought in by ship. The plan was so foolproof that he knew he would not be caught by the French. Little did Alyssa know, or so he thought, he had a plan of his own, and it didn't include her because he was really in love with Marlena. The Captain General went and bought a very expensive necklace with a locket for the day of deceit. The plan was to pirate the ship delivering the payroll as it was coming in, and Alyssa suggested to the Captain General to use the villagers by disguising themselves to look like they were victims of the Black Death. They took parts of rotting pigs and soot and placed it on their bodies to appear as if their own flesh was rotting. Alyssa asked her dad to shovel pails of soot from his horero, or the blacksmith shop. And it was at the mouth of the laguna in the village of Ciudad del Carmen. Alyssa's dad was only called by his bandit name, Carlos. Little did the Captain General know that Carlos and the villagers were all a part of her Republic army. Alyssa told Carlos to make a fake key that would be given to the Captain General. It must look like a genuine bank key. It was her plan to make the Captain General think that the payroll would be secretly deposited into the bank, and he would have the key. She then asked Carlos to be ready to make trellises out of gold and paint them turquoise for all the windows in the horero. He was also told to make many extras and pile them out back along with his other ironworks as if they were for sale. The day was here. The ship was boarded by the Captain General using his rank, and all along the Captain General, the villagers posing as Black Death victims came aboard with him as part of his crew, and immediately this caused great fear in the ship's crew. They all jumped overboard, including the sea captain. Fear had been the perfect weapon. So Alyssa had enough men ready to minimally sail the ship 2,200 kilometers southwest of Campeche to Laguna de Tierminos, where they sailed into the Lobster Claw. There they offloaded 750 large chests of gold and silver at the shoreline. While the ship was anchored, the Captain General got off the ship and then got on his horse that was waiting for him. He rode off to Campeche. Alyssa set sails once again toward Campeche and poured lamp oil all over the ship. As the ship traveled down the coastline, it burned uncontrollably and then sank deep into the waters, as all could see. The Captain General said that the payroll was lost and would require more money sent to him. Alyssa and the Captain General anxiously awaited for the key to arrive. The messenger handed the key to the Captain General in front of Alyssa, and they both chuckled. Little did he know that Alyssa's chuckle was due to the fact that the messenger that delivered the key was part of her plan. They would meet up the following day and ride into Mexico City to pick up the stolen payroll. Alyssa said, "Come by tomorrow morning so we can ride together." The next morning, as the Captain General came by and stepped off his horse, Marlena rode up. At the other end of the house on her horse, she approached him and began yelling and screaming at him. "I know your plan and you will be caught." He then told Alyssa to wait. He was going to catch Marlena and shut her mouth off for good. He kissed Alyssa and gave her the necklace he had purchased and said he would return to her. It was his intentions that the necklace would throw Alyssa off his track. He was gone for 6 hours and with no sign or word of his return. Alyssa's plan had worked. Alyssa had men waiting in Mexico City to apprehend the Captain General and Marlena. Alyssa met with her dad and some of the other bandits and gave them clear instructions. Once they come out of the bank and start planning revenge on me, give them about 1 hour. I send this message with you to give to them. You are the enemy. You and Marlena must die. Be thankful that I'm not there, for your suffering would be greater. Now, just as the group left, a young and attractive man came to the blacksmith shop for wagon repairs. He said to Alyssa, "I'm an artist and I wish to paint your portrait as you sit outside sipping on margaritas in the shade." She said, "No, thank you. That's only a waste of money for you." She drank 2 pitchers of margaritas to be exact, and she said, "Sir, you can paint me a picture. My dad has old sail canvas in his herrero. Please use that because I don't want to waste your money. Before you paint the picture, you must paint my herrero. Make it vibrant and beautiful colors and paint this building a new color and call it Mexican gold." A new color, Mexican gold. Pound per pound, it will be the richest home in all Mexico. It's blessed. Don't paint the turquoise trellises. It's that color for a reason. Now, is this story fact or fiction? It's your choice. Now, the artist is Earl Pruitt. And again, this is the story of Mexican gold. And I want to thank you for coming on this journey. And I'm going to show you this little drawing again really quick so you can see how it went from a sketch to a painting. And look at the colors of the golden herrero and the turquoise trellises. And this is the story of Mexican gold. And this is me, Susan.